$200,000. That is the number we are talking about today. In London, $200,000 will buy you a parking space, not a studio, not a room, parking space. A rectangle of concrete where you park your car and think about the choices you made in life. Now, that same $200,000 in Accra, Ghana, imagine what it can get you. I'm talking about a 4-bedroom mansion at the same amount, with marble floors and neighbors that actually greet you in the morning. Stay with me, because at the end of this video, you are going to question every financial decision you ever made. And if you are part of the diaspora, you might already be booking a flight. I am the Udogu of Africa, and this channel is about one thing: showing you the real numbers behind Africa's rise in business, technology, real estate, and African development. No noise, just data, comparison, and honest conversation. Now, before anyone in the comment section comes for me, I know London is London. I know the economics are different. I know the currencies are different, but we are going to talk about it all. But first of all, we are going to talk about something that people don't say out loud. Your money goes further in Africa than you have been told. And the people who know this, they are already there, quietly building wealth, while everyone else is arguing. Now let's start in London. Beautiful city, a rich history, incredible culture, absolutely unhinged property prices. Now in 2023 going to 2025, the average property price actually crossed over £500,000. That is roughly $630,000 for an average home, not a luxury home, an average home. Here is where it gets genuinely funny. By funny, I mean actually funny that you laugh but you don't cry. Parking spaces in London have sold for over £200,000 to £300,000. I will say that again. A parking space with no roof, no walls, no bedroom, no kitchen, just concrete, and the audacity to charge you £200,000 for it. This is crazy. Now, this is not a joke. This actually happened in Knightsbridge. This also happened in Kensington. These are verified sales. You can Google them after this video. And now for the young professionals, the ones actually doing all the jobs, the ones doing everything right, the ones actually saving aggressively. The average first-time buyer in London is now 34 years old. 34 years old before they can buy their first property. Now, let us cross the ocean. Accra, the capital city of Ghana, one of the fastest growing real estate markets on the African continent. And here is what $200,000 actually looks like. For $150,000 to $200,000 in areas like the East Legon, Trasacco, cantonments, or airport residential, you are looking at 3 to 4 bedroom houses, fully detached, private compound, some with swimming pools, and even some with staff quarters, in gated communities with 24-hour security. Now, this is not rural land in the middle of nowhere. This is prime Accra, Ghana real estate. Walking distance to malls, to international schools, and business districts. That same budget, completely different life. And it gets more interesting. Ghana's real estate market has been moving at an annual pace of 15 to 20% in prime areas, meaning a $200,000 property you buy today might become $350,000 to $400,000 in 5 years without you doing anything to it. Meanwhile, in London, the market has been cooling. Mortgage rates have been brutal, and a lot of first-time buyers have been pushed completely out of the game. Now, I am not telling you London is bad. I am merely telling you that the math is not mathing the way they told you it was supposed to be. Now, let us talk about this as an investment, because this is where it actually gets very serious. If you are in the diaspora, in the US, in UK, in Canada right now, and you are renting, listen very carefully. Average rent in London right now is about £2,000 for an average apartment. That is £24,000 a year. 10 years, you would have paid $240,000 in rent. You practically own nothing. You have no equity. You have a landlord who has gotten richer and a bank account which has gotten quieter. What if instead, and stay with me, what if you took that same portfolio and you bought a property in Accra, Ghana, there are actually mortgage plans right now for diaspora buyers, and the developers have put in place instrumental plans for payments still for diasporans, which makes it very flexible. Companies like Dev Traco, Clifton Homes, and Reggie Manuel Gray are established developers with excellent track records. You do not have to figure this out all alone. Here is the part that people are sleeping on. Rental yield in Accra for a well-developed property ranges between 12 to 15% income annually. In London, you are lucky to get 3 to 4%. And in the US, well, African real estate, specifically in markets like Rwanda, Cote d'Ivoire, and Kenya, is producing yields that Western investors are genuinely embarrassed to admit they are jealous of. Now, I promised you honesty, so let's have the honest conversation. Is buying a property in Accra, Ghana without doing research a good idea? No. Are there risks? Yes. Title deed issues exist like in most parts of the rest of Africa. Due diligence is essential. Currency fluctuation is real. CD has its challenges, and you need to understand how this potentially affects you as an investor. You need a trusted lawyer. You need to work with verified developers. This is not a rich quick get scheme. This is actually a long wealth conversation. And here is what is also true. Those risks exist in every property market. People lose money on London properties. People get burned out of American markets. Risk is not unique to Africa. What is unique to Africa right now is its growth potential. The African continent has 1.4 billion people. The middle class is expanding. Urbanization is accelerating. Demand for quality housing is outpacing supply in every major city. Now, that is the fundamental economic signal that every serious investor is looking for. Now, the question is not whether African real estate market is an opportunity, but it is if you are going to act on it before everyone else figures it out. So, with $200,000, is it a parking space in London or a mansion in Ghana? I think we both know what the spreadsheet is saying. If you want me to go deeper on how diasporans are actually buying properties in Africa, especially in Accra, Ghana, process, the developers, the legal fees, comment the word Ghana below, and I will make that in the next video. And if you know someone that is renting in London, in the US, or in Paris, and has never thought about this, send them this video. It might be the most important thing they might watch this year. So subscribe if you are new. I actually drop videos on African development, tech, in general, every week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.